Originally, I'm from Essex. I've lived in Birmingham and now I'm homeless in Winchester. I've been released from prison for 3 weeks. I'm living actually in the wreck by the football ground in a tent. It's quite uncomfortable. It's quite cold as well.
My name's Bryony. I'm an alcoholic. I was living up in York and ended up here looking after my father. Things didn't work out.
I'm Alex. I come from a fairly good background, but I had to opt to be homeless because it was going to put pressure on my mum and my stepdad's marriage if I didn't, because I didn't get on with them. Because of sort of stigma attached to it, I don't tell anybody that I've been living in the night shelter. I don't want to be seen like that, but I shouldn't be ashamed of it at the same time. And it's difficult to go through day to day knowing that if somebody knows you're in there, they're going to treat you a little bit differently.
My name's Chris. I'm living in the night shelter. I was homeless for about a year and a half before I came here. I'd organised myself so people didn't realise that I was clean shaven, tidy, presentable. I had been working sort of 1 or 2 days a week. I was well organised, so I suppose I didn't realise how far I'd taken it.
I'm Ben, originally from Cornwall. I moved up here about 10 years ago after my mum sort of passing away. I needed help, so that's why I ended up here really. The council in Eastleigh got me in here because I had nowhere else to go. I was on the streets for about three weeks. Just couldn't do it anymore.
I'm William Telford. I'm an alcoholic. I'm currently in the night shelter. For me at the moment it's kind of not too bad because I've got a bed at the moment, which is more than some people have got in Winchester. Apparently there isn't any homeless people in Winchester. That's not quite the truth.
Well, I'm 35 years now, basically messed my life up. They did house me, but unfortunately due to my drink problem, it was a cause for my eviction. So I ended up being evicted on the first night and not allowed back into the accommodation. So I slept on the streets for about 2 weeks, really rock bottom. So I just drank. It was just something to do, and you'd walk down the high street or whatever, and you feel like everybody's looking at you, because you look dirty, you haven't been able to wash, what have you. That judgment of, you just walk with shame, and it's horrible.
Or the thing with the dog and the roll-up, or the tramp, the big beard and the long coat with a bottle with brown paper on it. These people don't exist anymore. When you've been on the streets for a couple of days, you kind of notice people that you wouldn't suspect of being homeless.
I've been in prison 5 months. They should have had a duty of care to rehouse me. Obviously, that hasn't happened. They knew my release date, and obviously nothing was put in place. So basically, I got out with £46 discharge grant. And the same thing happens to a lot of other people. They get out, but a lot of other people haven't got the experience that I've got. And they're the people who are going to be most vulnerable. It's not ideal, but I'm coping. But there'll be less fortunate people than me, people who hasn't been through it before. It'll be hard for them.
I didn't even realise social housing existed until I got here. I thought it was just you either have a place or you're homeless, and that's it. There's no middle ground in that. They're not there because they want to be there. They're there because of bad luck or maybe some bad decisions. They don't want to be homeless. They want to live a normal life. I want to live a normal life.
I've been here for sort of 7 to 8 weeks. A lot of things and facilities that are here and connected to the place do fundamentally cover everything that we can see that we would ever need to have confidence in.
If I wasn't in here, I don't know where I'd be. I really think that these places are important. It's a home that, after my mum died, I hadn't really had for a while. No Christmases, always on my own, and actually to come in a place like this, it's a home from home. The support is amazing.
Amazing place. Can't praise it enough. All of the work that goes into it. There's so many things to take part in. They've just been doing a customer service course, so that will enable people to get back to work, and there's a certificate involved. There's help with everything.
The human interaction is what you lose from being homeless. People see you as either a danger or someone they just don't want to associate with. A lot of the people I've met here, like, they're lovely people. They're wonderful, and some of them, I even have them as close friends now.
My dreams was to be a footballer. I want to play with Newcastle United, so like all kids do when you come from Newcastle. That didn't happen. At the moment, obviously I've had this blip. It's still a little bit low. I am getting better as each day goes by, a little bit stronger. Maybe to start doing some voluntary work. Maybe I'll be able to offer some kind of, you know, something back. Because, you know, it's easy to say, well, I'm all right, Jack, now.
Initially wanted to be a PE teacher, then I wanted to be a police officer, and then in the Navy. I'm still fortunate enough, the fact that I'm, 35, so I still, can reach my dream, so to speak. Just carry on doing a bit of volunteer work until I'm ready to actually, get back into full-time work. I just gradually get back into it, so, the housing is the first thing. Belief and to be able to have that second chance.
Well, when I was younger, I was brought up in a world where there being kids looked after all the time. My mum was a childminder, and so I've always been around kids, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life until I was like sort of 26, 27. I want to be a youth worker. I do voluntary work at Worthy Down Youth Club. It's just something that I've really enjoyed over the time. I just want to be able to give back. I'm really looking to pursue youth working, trying to find ways to get on a course, follow up on everything that I've done over the past sort of 2-3 years.
I went to college, qualified as a chef, and I wanted to really get into the top end sort of restaurants. Now that I'm sort of off the alcohol, world's my oyster, and it's all because I've been in here, getting the support. I want to get my own place, nice job, girlfriend maybe.
My dreams and aspirations now, they're no different really. I don't want much in life, all I want is security. And when I talk about security, I mean like things like a nice home, or even a home, a secure job, and a nice woman, and obviously my son. I don't want much, do you know what I mean? That's all I want. But it's been really, really hard because I went through the life I've been through when I got abandoned as a child. I spent 22 years in and out of prison all my life, and I'm 40 now, do you know what I mean? I just want it to stop, I've had enough.
Everyone's different, and everyone has sort of different ideals of what they need, whatever I can do, and make the best and most of myself. A little bit of everything. More than anything is just finding myself again before I move on.